lovely Taurus, welcome to your May 2020 love and general reading. I'm Gemstone Tarot, your Taurus. You're in your birthday season as well, so happy birthday Taurus. Okay, Taurus, 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 Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, cross watchers. If you're here, you're meant to be here, and welcome. We are using what I call my Rider-Waite Disco Tarot, which is a Rider-Waite traditional tarot that just has a bit of shiny on it. I know. I think it's supposed to have a lot more shiny, so it's a little bit of like a knockoff, but it's really good and I really like it. So, what do we need to know for my lovely Taurians? Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, love life, ooh, that's nice. Messages for Taurus. Ooh. Quite a mixture of things actually. I want that one. Oh, very nice. We did want that one. You would want that one. Oh, Taurus. Call off the dogs. Right. Make no bones, this is pretty good. Overall energy card, itchy nose. Ace of Cups. Knock it straight out of the park. Can't speak today, Taurus, have to pre-warn you. You got the big love card. Ace of Cups, gorgeous, because it's kind of love that comes for free and love that comes out of nowhere and love that kind of, if you look at it, we've got the old cosmic hand. So there is this disembodied hand that's coming out of a cloud. And it can bring, obviously, the Ace of Wands, it can bring the Ace of Swords, like clarity, the Rocket of Desire, it can bring the Pentacle, which is investment, or it can bring the emotions. And here it is. It brings the dove from above, we love that. It brings the lily pads. It's, for some of you, this is what you've been waiting for, okay? Now, of course, it can pertain to relationships. That's generally what it does. It can also be, for those of you that doesn't resonate with, it can definitely be something coming into your life that you really love to do. So it can also be a career card, but it's not a career card in a sense of, you know, this is I just got promoted, you know, it's got good benefits. It's not that kind of thing. We're talking from the heart, okay? So it's the kind of career card where you discover you can do something you love, regardless of whether it makes the right kind of money or not. It's the poet, it's the dreamer, it's unconditional love, okay? For those of you who are single, this could be an earth sign or somebody who is, it sounds like such a bad word, but I'm going to say reliable. And that isn't a bad word, is it? But I know that it's obviously people want to get carried away. They want to get swept off their feet sometimes. But this is, I mean, you are Taurians and you are ruled by, Venus is your ruler, isn't it? But Taurians are fixed and they're earth. So they have their feet on the ground, you know. You can sweep a Taurian but not off their feet. You can sweep a Taurian but they sort of stay on their feet. It's really hard to explain, but you're the ones, you're Taurians, so you will know. It's like that Taurians are good with earth and I want to say gardening, but it doesn't just mean, oh, you love to, you know, go out there and pot plants or whatever. It's bigger than that. Taurians are very connected to the earth in whichever way that manifests itself for you. You are sensual, you are about touch, skin. Skin is about the earth, how your feet meet the earth. And it feels like you meet somebody who is in touch with your need for stability, okay? Up here we've got the King of Pentacles. Now the King of Pentacles is Taurus, Capricorn, Virgo. So obviously This is for those of you that are single, or those of you that are kind of semi-involved with somebody, because there's some of you like that. There are others of you where there's a fire sign in the mix, and I'm going to come to that in a minute. This is the King of Pentacles. You know, he's the king who is there on time. He's there with bells and knobs on, you know. He's there, he's got his pentacle, he's settled, you've got the castle in the background. He's built, or somebody has built, a pretty good throne. He is on time, reliable. He's got the money, it's not going anywhere. He hasn't spent it, you know, he's not in his overdraft. He's got a job. Male or female, this is somebody for you who you can count on. Now, when you get, if you're single, when you get this kind of card coming in, combined with the Ace of Cups, it's a bit of a grower, it's a bit of a slow burner. It's someone who, for example, if you met this person online and you went and had a coffee date with them, you might find you didn't know if you did like them, but you didn't know if you didn't like them. You know, it'd be a bit of a neutral. You'd be like, I'm kind of intrigued by that person. They're not repulsive, you know. I'm not sure. It's that kind of feeling. But there was something about them that made me feel at ease, okay? And you might go on more dates with them and then find that gradually this person, a friendship develops, feelings develop, and they grow on you, okay? That's what I'm getting. That is if you're single. I'm getting this other scenario which I'm finding really interesting, and this might just be for one or two of you. I've got here the Page of Wands, and I've also got the Knight of Wands. The Page of Wands is a very innocently passionate energy. Because he's the page, he hasn't actually upgraded to get the horse yet. He hasn't got any armor or anything like that. He's just going to say he's just got a big stick. He has just got a big stick, and not a bad hat, to be fair. Page of Wands is fire sign. It's sometimes someone who is either younger than you or has younger energy. Possibly a bit of emotional immaturity, I'm not sure. Now, the page then turns into the knight. So he kind of ups the ante. He goes off, he passes whatever tests he needs to pass, gains himself a rather brilliant looking horse. You can see from the card that there's a dynamism, there's a passion, there's a movement here. I just get the feeling there's a few of you in a situationship with a fire sign or a fire sign type of person where you don't quite know where you stand, because it's probably fun. It's probably a bit hot and cold, because what you have to remember about the Knight of Wands is he dashes in, you know, without a thought, in that passionate kind of a way. The sweeping you off your feet way, and I've really got that sweeping you off your feet thing. You can see it. You can see the way that he's, you know, it's not like the Knight of Pentacles where you sort of on his hop along donkey, you know, and he's got his pentacle, and he would develop to the king, to someone who is slow and reliable. This is a different energy. For a few of you, there may be two people coming in. One who is fling material and one who is relationship material. But for a few of you, for a few others of you, there is this situation with someone who is causing you anxiety, because this may be someone who maybe meets up with you and then you don't hear from them from a bit. You know, that kind of hot and cold mentality. Because I've got two nines here, okay? I've got the 9 of what is wanted and the 9 of what is not wanted. That's what's not wanted. Anxiety, sleepless nights, wondering where you stand, being up in your head about it, okay? Being You are a fixed sign. That means that you can fixate, and also you are a sign that needs stability one way or another. You are not a kind of fly-by-night sign. I don't think that Taurians ultimately are looking for flings, you know. I think Taurians ultimately need that underlying earthy stability from somebody. And then you have the Nine of Cups. Your heart's desire, what is wanted, your emotional bottom line. And with the Nine of Cups, with the Ace of Cups, something happens, and this often, the seeds of which are planted in your birthday month, and that often happens, which kind of makes it obtainable for you, okay? But you may have to, some of you may have to, or may have already put some distance between you and the fire sign type person. If that is the case, some of you might be in separation, because we've got the Five of Cups, you know, looking at what is lost and looking at what remains. Some of you might have already done that. We also have the Five of Pentacles, and I think this is Saturn in Taurus, which is, you see in this card, the people put themselves, they put themselves out in the cold. They could go in that church and take the warmth and the comfort and what is familiar, but they don't. They choose to put themselves in an uncomfortable position. Some of you may have, or may choose to put yourself away from a fire sign for a while, to draw back from a fire sign in order to see if you can really get what you really want, which is the Ace of Cups, okay? Others of you that are single, it's time to get out there and mingle in whichever way you can. I mean, everyone does it differently these days, and it's a very personal thing. You know, obviously loads of people are online dating. It's not for everybody, but just consider your own feelings of safety and comfort, and balance that with the fact that you're not going to meet someone on your sofa. You know, get yourself into whatever the mix is near you, okay? Because the opportunity with the Ace of Cups and the Nine of Cups is really good. And also those of you that are dealing with someone who is a bit flighty or a bit in and out of your life, I feel like you will triumph by stepping back from that. Whether the triumph is that they do step up and maybe become the King of Wands, from the Page to the Knight to the King, or that you actually see clearly, because you're out of the situation, that it maybe isn't for you, and that you want to move to your Nine of Cups, to your Ace of Cups, okay? Let's have some Chuck Spezzano love cards. There will be an extended reading for this, Taurus, and the link's in the description box. I'm going to look in the extended at the Nine of Cups, the Ace of Cups, the fire sign, and the potential earth sign person. For some of you, if you're dealing with someone a bit flighty, I think that you are the King of Pentacles. You are the reliable one. They can rely on you, but maybe you can't rely on them. You know, it's not so much a two-way street. Yeah, wow, you got some interesting cards here. Some of you have had some difficult experiences. Fear of inadequacy. I think some of you are dealing with someone who has a fear of inadequacy, and that can come out in the strangest of ways. You would think it would come out with someone being nervous and shy, but actually I think this person comes out in a fire sign way, where they're all the party person, or they're all the confidence, but underneath it, their self-esteem is tricky. We have the problem card of cynicism. Again, I don't think that's you. I think that's them. Somebody's been burnt. It may be you if you've been burnt. But I feel like this person has been burnt. There's only one way out of this, okay? Because look, we get the healing card of giving. If you're in a situation, Taurus, that is uneven, where you are the reliable one and they're not giving you what you need, it would be a trap to stay. Because look, you get the trap card. It would be a trap to stay. And I feel like because you've got the sun in your sign and until the sort of 20th or so, I feel like you really get the chance to position yourself to get what you want, whether you're single, situation or coupled, okay? Now, just for one or two of you, we get the infidelity card. One or two of you are worried about a person you're in a hot and cold situation with, probably a fire sign, and you're wondering if they are talking to other people online. You're wondering if you're special, because the Ace of Cups is about being special. It's about being the one, you know, the Ace of Cups is number one of love. I guess what I'm trying to say to you this month, Taurus, is there's only one way to find out, and that way is to step back, to raise your standards to that Nine of Cups, and to know what it is to you, what your bottom line is, and also to ensure that you're only involved with someone who's giving to you as much as you're giving to them. Okay, Six of Wands, winner, winner, chicken dinner. Some of you can triumph with a fire sign, but you're going to have to go toe to toe with them. You're going to have to meet them at their own game, and you're not a fire sign, you're a fixed earth. And it may be that you kind of turn a bit fiery to do it. The oracle card you get is by the book. When I get by the book, because you're a fixed sign as well, this may be a pattern breaker for you. You may have always been over generous in relationships. Now, I know you think to yourself, how can I be over generous? You can't with the right person, but you can with the wrong person, okay? Or with a person who hasn't reached a stage of development where they know what it takes to make something work, okay? Throw the book out. This is about your heart, your feelings. This is about you feeling good apart from anything else. We get playfulness as your oracle card. We also get enchantment as your oracle card, and we also get children. For one or two of you, this situation may involve commitment and children, blended families or having children. For others of you, this playfulness is your childlike self, okay? And I feel like this person, if there is someone that is a fire sign or a fire sign type, I feel like they have a good sense of humour, they appeal to your playful side. All that needs to be done is some adjusting, some tweaking, some bar raising, and you absolutely getting really solid about knowing what is acceptable to you, what makes your heart sing, and what is not, and kind of drawing back from anything that isn't generous. Okay, Taurus, I'm going to do your extended reading. I'm going to look at the Ace of Cups. I'm going to look at the two different scenarios of being involved in a situationship and what's coming in for your love life, how the other person feels, okay? Links in the description box. Do like, share and subscribe, and I'll see you soon. Namaste.